Hi guys, welcome back to another video. We have Alfred right here being very needy right now, of course. And then behind me is sleepy Archie. You are so sleepy right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, well anyway, I thought, okay, can you not? I don't want to be too straight now. Just sit. Just sit. Okay, so I thought today would be fun if I did, oh my god, chill. If I did a video on the differences between Archie and Alfred. Clearly, they are very different. But it's funny because when you are getting a cavapoo, you kind of think you know what you're getting, and I didn't realize that they would have a lot of differences, a lot of personality differences, and honestly, like, the way they're built and their hair is different. While they like have a lot of similarities as well, I just thought I would point out the differences because I do have two cavapoos, so if you are interested in getting a cavapoo, that way you'll at least know maybe you'll get an Alfred or maybe you'll get an Archie. I love them both, obviously, but as you can see, oh my, this one is just a lot more in your personal space. He doesn't know boundaries at all. And then this one is so freaking adorable. You've just taken a nap, always way more chill, and this one has just constant energy through the day. But anyway, I wrote a list because I am actually, can you just leave it alone? I am actually recording this on my phone. I got rid of my camera that I was using for my YouTube videos because I'm just making some equipment changes, and yeah, I haven't bought in the new camera yet, so I'm using my phone. So anyway, I had to write them down. So if you guys do not know and you're new here, this is Alfred, and he just turned 1. Okay, so then Archie back here is 2.5. Oh my gosh. He said, you are a big boy, you're all grown up. You're being so adorable right now. Okay, I know. Alfred is really an attention hog, where Archie doesn't ever really ask for attention. The few times he does, it's like, oh, so cute, because you never ask. This guy like demands his attention. Okay, I just want you to just like sit. Okay, good, very good. Now you're blocking your brother. Okay, anyway, let's get started on the list. Okay, I wrote these in no real order. They just were I was writing them as they came into my head. So, Archie is naturally way more independent than Alfred. So what I mean by that is, while Archie likes to always be in the room with somebody, he is like okay sitting on the floor over there or kind of doing his own thing, where this guy needs to like be on your lap at all times. He has to be like on top of you, in your business at all times. He likes to be touched. He wants to be cuddled. Archie doesn't always want to be touched, doesn't always want to be cuddled. Sometimes like he will literally, like, he'll be laying there and you come and try to cuddle him and he's like, oh, and he'll get up and leave. Where if I did that to Alfred, Alfred would like give in to the cuddles. You are really putting on the show today, aren't you? Okay, so my next one is, so I've talked about this before, but Archie has more general anxiety, while they both have separation anxiety. Archie just naturally has anxiety and is always stressed out about things. He's scared of things. He's a little bit more timid, but not really like skittish and scared of humans or anything. It's more like things in the house, like he's scared of plastic bags or water and weird stuff like that, where this guy isn't fazed by those things, but he does have separation anxiety, and so does Archie. Okay, the next one, I can't even read these because he just like is a lot right now. Clearly Alfred is a little bit more annoying in a nice way. You're cute and you love attention, but you're just in my business. Okay, so Alfred is way more food motivated. Archie could honestly care less about food. He enjoys it, he eats it, he likes his little like blueberries and treats and stuff, where Alfred, like, he smells food and he's like right there, he thinks it's for him, and we don't give him, what are you doing? It's like trying to get on my desk. Anyway, we don't ever give him people food, but he thinks all the food in the house is for him. He will do anything for food, where Archie like is not really fazed by, hi sweetie, you wanna be right here? That's another thing about them, is that Archie like is totally fine like sitting here, and then Alfred like butts in. He like has to be between us. He has to have all the attention, where Archie just like doesn't really need all of the attention. If you can't tell, Archie's like right here, and then Alfred like is in between us. Okay, Archie is able to pick up on tricks and commands significantly quicker than Alfred, and it's funny because Alfred is food motivated, but Archie just like, things just click in his head so much easier than Alfred. While Alfred is still really smart, both dogs are very smart, Archie just almost has like, he just knows. He knows what's wrong, he knows what's right. This guy has no idea when he does something wrong. And honestly, I spent a lot more time training Archie than I did Alfred, but even so, Archie just clicks with things a lot quicker. This guy is just kind of like, it's like goes over his head. You wanna give him a show? Okay. Well, clearly on this one, if you can't tell, Alfred loves to cuddle. He loves, any human sits on our couch on their lap, just like this, like sits on their lap. You get in bed right next to you. He's on your head, he's on your chest, he's like trying to cuddle. This guy rarely wants to cuddle, mostly like in the night. Sometimes he'll come and like curl up in my legs a little bit. He'll stay there for like 30 minutes and then he leaves. Like, he's not really a cuddler, but he'll sit next to you like he's right now. But this guy, on your lap, like wants to cuddle, wants to be held, wants to be loved. Like, he is like the biggest lover. And then Archie's kind of just like on his own. Am I saying your name too much? What are you doing? Hey, sweetie. You lay down here. That's his spot. Okay. So with Archie, he loves to play with other dogs. That is like his favorite thing ever. Like, if we took him to the dog park every day, I think he would be one of the happiest dogs ever. This guy, Alfred, like, doesn't really like to play with other dogs. I don't know if it's because we got him during quarantine and he didn't get as much socialization as him, but he like is weird when he plays with other dogs. He like barks at them. That's like how he tries to play with them. He doesn't really know how to interact with them, where Archie is like so playful and friendly and like wants to play with every single dog. Okay, this one is really hard to explain, but Archie really understands your feelings, and he's like very like if you're sad, he knows and he tries to comfort you. He just really, what is in the box that we're so interested in? He's just like, he knows how you're feeling, where Alfred has no idea. I think I've talked about this before, but my friend who was pregnant at the time was at our house, and Archie literally laid his body across her belly and was like protecting her, and then somebody came in our house that he like knows, and he was like backing up into her, like growling and like trying to protect her, and I've never seen him be like that. So he's definitely more of a protector, kind of like a little mom, and then Alfred just, here he goes with the laps, has no idea. Is this even comfy for you? Okay, oh no, you give him 1 ounce of attention and this is what happened. What are you doing? Stop. Okay, sit down, sit down. No, I don't want to be licked right now. Stop. Sit. Thank you. Very good. Okay, so the next one is Alfred is more floppy. What are we doing? Alfred's more floppy, and like what I mean is like he'll let me hold him in whatever position I want, where this is a disaster, Alfred, where Archie's like tense. Like you pick him up and he kind of like tenses up a little bit more, and like Alfred will let me like lay him on his back. Do you want to lay on your back? I wish you could see his face right now. He does this thing where he like he will literally just let me do whatever I want to him, and Archie does not. I don't know if it's because Archie just has like more anxiety about things, and Alfred like just has no clue what's going on at all times. Okay, okay, this one. Alfred gets into things. Like he is naughty. Like you leave the house and okay, I don't want to be pissed right now. I know I love you, but you're being an attention hog right now. He will get into things when you're gone. Archie would never got into things, would never touch anything. You could leave a chicken on the floor and he wouldn't touch it. Alfred will literally go into the pantry and pull things out and eat things he's not supposed to, and pull things off of the counter. I know, I am talking about you being naughty. Yes, I am. He's literally straddling my leg. Okay, go over there. Okay, so with this, Archie is like a really hard sleeper, and he also plays really hard, where Alfred, I feel like, sleeps, and Archie doesn't really sleep through the night. He just takes like these really deep naps throughout the day. Alfred is like awake all day, but then sleeps really hard at night, and he doesn't play as hard as Archie. Archie will like, he plays hard. He loves to play fetch with balls and stuff, where Alfred doesn't really like toys, but the only reason he does is because Archie likes them, so he like wants what Archie has, if that makes sense. So based on appearances with them, I don't know if you can kind of tell, but Alfred's hair is more straight and kind of like this floppy straight hair. They need haircuts. And then Archie's hair is this really thick, curly coat. Okay, I can give your brother attention. So yeah, Archie has more curls. Alfred's is like very straight, still pretty thick, but pretty straight. And then, what in the world? And then Archie's is very, very curly. Why are we doing this? Okay, he's being like ultimate annoying and like pestering. I love you, boo. Why are you being like this? Okay, so I think I just have a few more. Okay, this is something I wanted to add because I think it's interesting. Alfred will let me put like bandanas on him, bow ties, shirts, like whatever I want to put on him, he will let me. Archie will not. He gets all weird. He's like, oh, he like freezes up, and he like, okay, stop. He gets all like tense and like uncomfortable, and I always find this interesting because that was the same with some of my parents' dogs. Some of them would let me put things on them, and then the other ones wouldn't. And I think it's just because Archie he just is quirky. He's got weird quirks with him. This guy just like really doesn't care about a whole lot other than food and attention. Okay, so I think those are like my main differences, but basically like they do have really different personalities, and it's funny because they are so similar looking, and they're the same breed. They're both Cavapoos. They both came from the same breeder. They do have different parents, but they have a lot of differences, I guess. So when you get a Cavapoo, like you're most likely going to get a very loving, kind, and gentle and fun family dog, but they all will have their slight differences, their quirks. Cavapoos have their quirks, let me tell you, and just things that are going to be slightly different between all of them. Just know that if like you see one Cavapoo that's really anxious or stressed all the time, that doesn't mean yours is, because like clearly look at him, he's like doesn't have a care in the world. Or if you see one that's like super playful and energetic, that doesn't mean that you're going to get one that's like super high energy because, like I said, this guy has high energy during the day, but Archie sleeps during the day. So it really just depends. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. I'm sorry this guy was being so annoying during it. Really just, he looks so cute. He's just, I don't know what his deal is today. Extra needy, I suppose. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Also, follow their Instagram. It's at archie.thecavapoo to see their photos. We also post different TikToks. I think it's the same TikTok username, so archie.thecavapoo. But yeah, I think that's all we have for them. You're like, oh, thank goodness I get attention now, Mom? Yeah? Okay, see, bye. Thanks for watching.